Welcome, Mita. I am very happy on behalf of the Nectar Collective to interview an elder of our community who shares wisdom on different topics. She's not only an astrologer, not only a counselor, and she will tell us how she mixes all the wisdom that she has collected in these years. So I give the word immediately to Mita and thank her for joining us.
Thank you, Arianna. It's lovely to be here. And because we are in an exciting time of this planet, I'm always very happy to share what I know, what I feel, my experience, and what I see for our future. And it's not that I can see really how the future is going to be, but I see the direction, and I am full of passion to invite and encourage people to take a certain direction. So this is what I do. Yeah, in my life, one of the main things I've done, I've been an explorer, adventurer all my life. So I went through many paths of life, always somehow with a spiritual background. And I have collected a lot of different systems to get into, let's say, explain reality, to read reality, to listen to reality, to approach reality. So right now, it seems like all these systems are really cooperating together, and they are all saying the same things. And the biggest thing, as we know from last 21st of December 2020, we had this great conjunction of the two social planets, Jupiter and Saturn, and that we have decided to call it the beginning of the age of Aquarius. We cannot know precisely if it was exactly that day, but that day was a big shift of frequency on the planet, really big. And everything after that day is going into the direction of this bigger shift into the Aquarian age. So the Aquarian age has already started a while ago. There's been many moments in the past where already in 1781, when the planet Uranus was discovered, Uranus is ruling the Aquarius, was already a huge change in the world. And what has happened from then to now, it has accelerated changes on the planet for humanity enormously. Now recently in the past century, in the 1960s, 64, we had also a great conjunction of Uranus with Pluto, and that was again another push into this change. And then now, with what has happened in 2020, with the ending with the 21st of December, ending and starting, I would say that we really have entered an age where things are going to change with an enormous speed. So we have to be ready to be like on a sort of a spaceship, traveling very fast. So we have to get used to a different sort of frequency that is much faster. And at the same time, we need to be more and more grounded into the earth, into our center, so that we can actually sustain this change. So what about the change? I want to say something about the shift between the age of Pisces and the age of Aquarius. I mean, there is a lot to say, but I want to say something that I find the most important. The age of Pisces was the age of faith. And it was faith in, it doesn't matter what, it could have been God, it could have been um, anyway, an authority that could have been spiritual, or an authority that could be political, an authority that could be personal, but something outside of ourselves. And a big faith into this authority being able to protect us, guide us, sustain us, nourish us, you know, this sort of projection of us as children and an entity as a father, good, bad, whatever, you know, having the power. The shift into the Aquarian age, and it's going to last for 2,000 years, so it's a huge period of time, is that it all becomes more individual, more individualistic, meaning that the responsibility is not out there anymore, but it is here in every one of us. So personally, individually, we are responsible for life. We cannot demand, we cannot project hope that someone else is going to do it for us. You know, we have to do it with for ourselves, but not, this is the beauty of Aquarius, it's not for ourselves in a selfish way. It is the responsibility of every individual being aware of being part of the collective. So every person in the group, in the community, is responsible for themselves. So no more this projection of, you know, the boss, the authority, the powerful one. You know, we have to take that responsibility, that projection back into ourselves, and become responsible for our freedom. Our freedom comes from within and not from without. And obviously, because everything is corresponding as above, so below, you know, when we are really free inside, we are free also outside. That's the synchronicity. You know, if we really feel, you know, like we respect ourselves as individual, complete individuals, nothing is lacking. Every one of us has got everything we need to survive, and more than survive, but to have a beautiful life and create paradise on this planet, because the planet is so beautiful. We just need to be present, be in tune, be connected, and everything is there. So everything is there within us and everything is there outside. But the main thing with the Aquarian age is take responsibility for our own freedom, take responsibility for who we are. So first of all, we need to know who we are to take responsibility. And when we know who we are, also we know we love ourselves, because this is why we can call this also the age of love. You know, is the love that starts from love for myself, love for being with the capital B, you know, and this love then is poured outside and encounters, meets your love, his love, their love. So we have a communities that will be based on love, because everybody loves oneself.
Perfect. That's a beautiful image, and it's perfect for our topic of this issue, which is riding the waves of change in love. I really wanted to hear your wisdom about, how to be able to take this direction consciously, So the direction that you are also suggesting is within.
Yes, but not only. Because with Aquarius, with this Aquarian age, and in general with Aquarius, it is we are not separated. You know, we become aware of being individuals, part of a group. You know, it's not. Let's say what is really interesting is that Aquarius can be very detached. So I always say when I talk about the Aquarian age that it's very important to keep the balance, because everything is polarized on this planet. So there is Aquarius on one side, the opposite side is Leo, and together they create the unity. Okay, so there is never Aquarius by itself without Leo, and there is never Leo by itself without Aquarius. These two aspects of one. You know. So on the Aquarius can by itself can be called cool, detached, scientific in a way, you know, and it needs the warmth of Leo, the warmth coming from the passion of the heart, the creativity of the Leo. So together they are a perfect balance. So we should never forget the Leo part with the Aquarius, because Aquarius can become, this is what I foresee if we are not, you know, aware of this, of keeping the balance, that things can speed up in an incredible direction, super scientific, but not just, it's not even the science that we know. You know, I can see that in a short time, there's going to be so many new discoveries about not the science we know so far. Everything is going to be on like science fiction, you know, things that will develop, because this is the Aquarian age, not only the Aquarian age, but so many planets will be shifting into air, you know, the air sign. The air sign is not tangible, it's about movement, is things that we cannot see. So a lot of things like already like, okay, what we are using now, the computer is already of that kind. So we have to be aware that we don't use these incredible means that we have. We have to be aware of using them for in a balanced way for the well-being of the planet, human beings included, you know, and all these new technologies, they don't take over by themselves. It detached from the heart, you know. So the heart, this is amazing, because if we want to really be healthy into going into the Aquarian age, we have to nourish the Leo part of ourselves, the heart, generosity of heart and creativity and passion. You know, this is what is going to keep the balance. And then I know this what is going to happen is going to be amazing, amazing, amazing. And if you think that Jupiter and Saturn, they have started these 200 years of conjunctions between themselves in air signs. In the last 200 years was in earth signs. So everything was tangible, practical, you know, material, you know. Now we are going into air. Everything is about communication, everything about movement, everything is invisible, you know. And then the planet Pluto is going in between 2024 and 2025, will move from Capricorn, where it has been for 16 years, from, you know, in the last 16 years, and is going to move into Aquarius also. Boom! Another explosion of Aquarian energy. We really need to get to know this frequency of Aquarius. And Aquarius is the giver of knowledge. Do you know the symbol of Aquarius is the water bearer is a woman, you know, pouring water. When you see waves coming out, but they are not waves of water. Is actually the water of knowledge. So this is what is going to be given. So there's going to be a tremendous, I think we are going to develop, the human being will develop the brain much more than has happened so far. They say we use only more or less 10% of the capacity of our brain. So I think this is going to be um, it's going to happen very fast in the Aquarian age, but we have to be careful that we don't get a huge head, no heart.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, maybe we can say that to ride these waves of change in love is very important to inhabit our heart space.
Yes. To nourish the heart, stay in touch with the heart, check with the heart all the time. Don't forget about the heart, because this is what makes us really human. So we have to be careful we don't lose that beautiful quality of the human being, the heart. Yeah.
Mm.
But we're not going to lose it. We are here to do this.
Yes.
Yes, yes. And I think what's going to happen also a lot is new communities being born with these qualities. Individuals getting together because they love life. The common ground is love for life.
It's a very good common ground to come
It
together.
is, it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Well, I am sure that you could say many more hours of suggestions and of describing what's happening on a planetary level. I I just wanted to share these pills of wisdom that you brought, and I want to invite people, as I did already, to eventually get in touch with you directly if they want to to have a personal reading about their own transits and what's going on at this time and how to best navigate this time. So
Yes.
we will put your email and contact in the video, in the footage of the video. And for now, I really take in this invitation to stay in our heart.
Okay. And so I would like to say one more thing
Yes.
to finish, and it is about the heart. The equinox, the spring equinox, is on the 20th of March, and then it means that the sun enters the sign of Aries. Okay. Then the 21st, Venus will conjunct the sun and enter Aries. So it is just a matter of a few hours that the two planets, Sun and Venus, together they enter Aries. So Venus is the planet of love. So I feel is really a nice beginning of this astrological year, because the astrological year actually starts with the spring equinox when the sun enters
Yeah,
Aries.
in many cultures and ancient traditions, the beginning of the year was actually at this time. So
Yeah.
also another invitation for uh, friends of the Nectar Collective is to take this opportunity to start a new phase and to really take it as a new beginning again, to bring in more of what we really want to see in the world and what individually we are here to bring as our own gift, so that we each one take some of that responsibility that you were saying, and really practice speaking out and bringing out from the inner wisdom our piece of the puzzle. I repeat this word, puzzle, puzzle. It's a puzzle. I feel it's a puzzle and that we each carry one piece. And I really invite each one of us, me included, to dare to bring out of us this piece of the puzzle that is for sure connected to a bigger picture that is connected with what you were saying, with what is coming.
Yes, and I invite people to be courageous. This is also from the heart, quality of the heart, because we are living an amazing time. We have chosen to be here right now, consciously or unconsciously, and we cannot miss it. Just give everything we have to be part of this change. So we need to be courageous. Courage is really something that we have to nourish and to support each other with courage.
I love it.
Yeah.
Because courage is connected to the heart, and to make the distinction between bravery and courage is something that we can investigate and really manage to connect the courage with feeling the fear, but anyway daring.
Yes.
Yeah, no, courage doesn't imply that we are never afraid. Courage
No.
implies the fact that we really listen deep within our heart, and although there is fear, sometimes we choose to anyway express ourselves and bring out this piece of the puzzle.
Yes.
So thank you
Right.
very much, Mita.
Thank you.
I hope
Thank
we
you.
will have more of these conversations. This was the first. I'm really grateful, and
Thanks.
I invite everybody to get in touch with you if they feel the call, or to stay tuned for more on this channel. Thank you.
Thank you, Arianna. It was beautiful. Thank you for inviting me.